Hello, my birdies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin, and this is Robin's Reading Nest. Since school is officially back in session, I decided that for this month, I will be reviewing books with school themes. Today's review is on The Teacher by Freida McFadden. This was my first attempt at a Freida McFadden book, and I decided to listen to the audiobook. Because I had 2 hours to prep and cook dinner, I decided to just listen to the audiobook in the background. After about 4 hours, I found myself on chapter 30, and because I was listening to it on YouTube, I didn't know how many actual chapters were in the book. But according to the timestamp, I still had another 5 hours before the audiobook was done. So I decided to call it a night and try again the next day. So the next day came, and while I was cleaning, I decided to give the audiobook another shot. Unfortunately, that didn't work out well. I ended up sitting down and eating a snack, and the book pulled me in so much that I didn't finish cleaning that day. Let's get into the summary of the book and discuss what had me so invested. Lesson number 1, trust no one. Eve has a seemingly perfect life. She wakes up each day, receives a kiss from her husband, Nate, and heads off to teach math at the local high school. All seems well, but there's a dark secret lurking beneath the surface. Last year, Caseham High was rocked by a scandal involving a student-teacher affair with one student, Addie, at its center. But Eve knows that there's more to these ugly rumors than meets the eye. Addie is a character who can't be trusted. She lies, she hurts people, and she destroys lives. At least that's what everyone says. But nobody knows the real Addie. Nobody knows the secrets that could destroy her, and Addie will do anything to keep them hidden. Now, let's meet our characters. If you are new here, this is the part of the video where I give you visual representations of the characters. These images are not what the author has provided, but my own interpretation from the physical descriptions in the book and the stock photos found on Canva and the internet. Up first is Eve Bennett, high school math teacher and wife to Nate. Disliked by her students, Eve often compares herself to Nate in terms of how others perceive her. Eve even admits that she may be plain compared to her husband, as if she couldn't be attractive enough to marry the gorgeous Nathaniel Bennett. Now realizing that Nate isn't the man she married, Eve feels her marriage lacks something. To fill that void, she develops an addiction to designer shoes, and they make her feel glamorous. Next is her husband, high school English teacher Nate Bennett. He seems to be the dream crush of all of the high school girls, and by most, he would be considered the cool teacher. He's dreamy, handsome, charismatic, charming, but his marriage to Eve paints a different picture. He seems to fancy himself as a poet, and his favorite poem is Edgar Allan Poe's Annabel Lee. Next is Adeline Addie Severson. She's a junior at Caseham High School, and she is the student who has been rumored to be in a relationship with another teacher. Despite denying it, no one believes her, and she's relentlessly bullied and isolated from the other students. Even her only friend Hudson has abandoned her. Next, we have Art Tuttle. He is the teacher that was accused of having an inappropriate relationship with Addie. Though he has vigorously denied any wrongdoing, he has been fired. Finally, there's Kenzie Montgomery, the mean girl of the school. Kenzie is also dating Addie's former best friend. Kenzie appears to have it all: money, beauty, and popularity, and has no apparent reason to torture Addie. Or does she? Now let's delve deeper into the book. Addie, our teenager, has been struggling at home and school. With the loss of her dad, her mom has been working extra shifts to keep the bills paid, which means she has little time to actively know what is going on in Addie's life. Addie was being tutored by Mr. Tuttle, but then the rumors began. As I mentioned earlier, both he and Addie have both denied the accusations. Eve perceived Addie as a threat, which is not acceptable behavior for an adult. She immediately advised her husband Nate to be cautious of Addie. She genuinely saw Addie as a femme fatale or a siren who would ensnare Nate in her web of deceit. I found Eve's perception of Addie to be problematic. Also, Eve's blind loyalty to Mr. Tuttle was quite concerning, considering that she regarded him as a mentor. Personal feelings should never influence how you treat your students. One character who I can say I really despise from the get-go was Nate. You can tell that he thrives on the attention from females no matter the age. There was one scene where Nate was talking to a new teacher while in the lunchroom. He made it a point to not acknowledge Eve, even though she was literally a few feet away. Once I reached the end, I genuinely detested all of the adults in the book. The twist at the end left me wanting to throw my iPad. It also prompted me to reread certain scenes and analyze the wording used. I gave this book 3 stars. The ending is what kept it from being a 4-star read for me. Have you read The Teacher by Freida McFadden? If so, what were your thoughts on the adults in the book? Did you feel sorry for Eve? What about Addie? What were your thoughts on the twist in the end? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you missed my previous video on If I Were President, please click here to see it. If you've already seen it, thank you. I appreciate that. And be on the lookout for part 2 through 4. Also, while you're still here, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you may know when I upload or go live here on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and the Storygraph at Robin's Reading Nest. Well, that concludes today's review. I'm so glad that you decided to spend this time with me. Until we meet again, thank you for visiting Robin's Reading Nest, where birds of a feather read together.